Y'all need to help Stephen Phillips out over there. Out the door and off the radio.
Here's Stephen Phillips.
All righty, we're back with you, folks. Good morning out there where the BS stops here, the morning dish. And I'm telling you, we're going to have to get our ducks in a row because your show is actually funnier than ours, Pat.
We were dying, man. We were just like laughing.
Ooh. So what was funny?
Oh, the whole thing. Yeah, the whole thing. I'm telling you, man, it's some serious business because, back in the Trump administration, he wanted to build a hotel in Russia. That is some serious collusion going on there. The big guy. Didn't they call him the big guy?
Secret meetings with Putin about his hotel.
Who's the big guy? Was that Trump, the big guy? Who's the big guy?
Yeah, no, wait a minute. Who was?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The big guy.
I know, I got that.
Isn't
the big guy Joe Biden?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, that is him, yeah.
Yeah.
Was that your attempt at humor?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
good.
Pretty much. Maybe that's
Keep your day job.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
Pat wouldn't vote for anybody that doesn't have an FBI background check.
I know, that's right. FBI. And the FBI needs a background check.
And that's why, Pat, people like that are going to go in the next election.
But we want to
senators like that. We're gonna get rid of them.
We're gonna lose thousands of what is it?
Very valuable workers who are working from home.
I thought you said transgender.
Well, probably probably.
Good morning, Pat.
You guys need to get your stuff together before you come on the air.
Sorry, man. It's just hilarious.
The first 5 minutes made no sense at all.
Well, that's your whole
That
show.
was your recap of your show.
God, that was your twist.
Oh, my twist, yeah.
The conspiracy duo.
Yeah, we wouldn't want Donald Trump to have his finger on the button and start World War III. We wouldn't do that. We wouldn't want that at all because, well, wait a minute, because Joe Biden done did it. So there ain't no way he can do that, right? Pretty much? Yeah, that's the way I'm seeing it. Go ahead, Pat. Say something hateful.
And the beat goes on.
Yeah.
Even keep going, buddy. You're on a roll. You're totally unhinged.
I don't know. So sounds like Harry don't want to fire nobody.
Well, what did you expect? I mean, how long have you known where Harry's positions are? Why
I don't want to know
expect
Harry's
him to
positions.
change?
Yeah.
Well,
I was just wondering, sometimes I do that. I go to, ciphering some. So we're going to get rid of a bunch of these fat in the government. What about a bunch of these laws we got? There's a bunch of laws I think we can get rid of. Anybody talking about that?
well, hey, there was a proposal years ago that if a new law was created, you had to eliminate 3 old laws. Or a new regulation was created, you had to eliminate 3 old regulations. Whatever happened to that?
I don't know. Y'all probably voted it out for us people that's got any sense got it.
Whose idea was that? When was that?
I think that was during the first Trump administration.
It was, wasn't
it?
Yeah,
Or was it George Bush?
No, it was Trump.
Somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Trump? Okay. I wasn't sure. Well, what happened to that?
We have a different president.
I mean, you want to get efficient? You want to get efficient? You can do that.
I agree. You want to get efficient? Get Trump back in there. I agree with you,
Yeah,
Pat.
it's working so far. So far, so good. We'll see. I reckon Putin said he wouldn't talk to nobody but Trump, so see what's going on with that. But I just think, I'm like you, Pat. Honestly, I agree with you on that. I think we need a lot of...
What are you laughing at?
What you laughing at? Are you laughing at me?
I'm laughing at Stephen. It's getting better already. What's gotten better? He's not in office yet.
We done got all these immigrants are already heading out. We got the FBI. They're already getting ready to start lawsuits, and they're worried about the CIA,
Ellen
the
DeGeneres
ACLU,
left. Ellen
the
left.
NAACP, and whoever else has got them initials.
You got any more letters you want to throw out?
I'm trying to think of all of them.
Ellen left the United States.
Yeah, there you go. How about that?
Don't
She's
tell
outta
me it's
here.
not getting better, Pat.
Yeah, Ellen DeGenerate is gone. How about that? Is that not better? We're better. Is that not?
I doubt sincerely that she's actually gone. She's probably bought another house overseas someplace that,
Well, I've got a
with their
picture of Ellen
existing
DeGenerate
12
here.
houses. So
I want you to look at this, Packy. I'm gonna turn
That's
that around.
Pat.
Does that not look? You look like Ellen DeGenerate, Pat. No kidding. We put that up
That's
there.
not Ellen. That's Gary Busey.
Huh?
Oh, that is Ellen. Never mind.
where?
Smile a little bit there. Hey, you look just like her. I'm not kidding you.
That's not. Well, you
It
know
might
what?
be.
I would suggest if you think that you get your glasses checked.
Okay. What do you think, Packy?
See, the thing about it, Pat, is you're saying you wouldn't vote for anybody that didn't have an FBI background check, and then you said, well, and the reasoning and the argument is the FBI is corrupt. But look at Trump. I mean, Trump
I
has.
did not say that. I did
No,
not
you said
say
the
that.
reasoning, like, of the other opposing
I
argument.
did not say that.
He didn't. He didn't.
Packy, I never said that I wouldn't vote for someone that didn't have a background check. As a matter of fact, what I said was the background check on elected officials is the voter's responsibility.
So you didn't say that if you were in the Senate, you wouldn't confirm somebody who didn't have a background check.
That is correct.
You're saying you
That
did not
is
say
correct.
that.
I did say that because those are appointed positions. When you're talking about voting, you're talking about elected positions.
Well, I don't think we're in control anyway. We need to get to a break before we get too far away down the track. So you all right with that, Pat? Let you calm down a little bit. I'm sorry we got your feathers ruffled.
Yes, I'm good with that.
All right. Today is Rose
Could
Autumn.
you reorient?
We're going to take a break. All righty, we're back with you. Ellen DeGenerate, or she's moving out of the state or the county or the world or wherever she's going. Anybody know where she's going? I don't know. I know they're all excited about that.
Does anybody care?
I don't think they care. And I reckon we got Rosie O'Donnell. She's all mad at the Morning Joe. What is Morning Joe? What is that? Morning Joe?
Joe Scarborough.
Yeah, she's mad at him because he went down to Mar-a-Lago to see Trump, him and them and all to do a thing. Said, "Oh, I'm never watching Morning Joe again." All these crazy people are just having a fit, man. I could care less, but I don't understand their thinking. Of course, we don't understand Harry's thinking either, but they're all upset. But I was kind of mixed emotions there with John Fetterman, the Featherman. But he's coming around. They said he may vote to confirm Trump's pick, and they're upset about that. He's all for it.
Without background checks?
Without background checks.
You're talking about Dr. Oz.
No, I'm talking about Fetterman. They said Fetterman may vote to confirm Trump's pick.
To confirm Dr. Oz. That's what he was talking about.
Right.
Because that's who he ran against. I think he was like, yeah, he's a good guy, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, just him only. You don't think that's? The
I
only
think that's
one?
what he was talking about, but probably more.
I think so. Though Matt Gaetz or whatever his name, that's the one everybody's worried about. But it looks like that's getting closer and closer to probably being confirmed.
I think it'll happen.
I think it'll happen too. Yep.
I think the senators would be scared of the backlash. I really do.
So
I think that they.
Okay, this is the thing, and everybody talks about he's going after. Okay, Trump's going to get in there. He's going to go after all of his enemies. He's going after all the people that went after him. But it's like, okay, should Matt Gaetz start an investigation on the role Schiff played in the Russian collusion hoax? Should he do that? I mean, should that be investigated? The Russian collusion hoax? Hoax.
The real question is, should Matt Gaetz investigate anybody?
Okay.
Why? Explain.
Why would you say that?
Why he ought to turn around and look in the mirror and investigate himself
For
first
what? For what, Pat?
For what he's done,
What did he do?
for his sex parties, for his drug dealing.
You mean?
Oh, no, you're talking about P. Diddy.
You mean the stuff that's never been proven that they dropped the investigation of because there was no proof and they just started an investigation to slander him?
He's confused with P. Diddy.
Hang on, Packy. It's not dropped yet.
Is
Hang
it
on.
not? No, you're talking about the ethics investigation. But the DOJ dropped their charges, didn't they?
Yeah. Well,
Did the DOJ
course.
drop everything, Pat?
mhm.
Why'd they drop it?
I have no idea.
Because there's
why they
because there
dropped
was no evidence. That's
But here's the way I look at it. Let's say, okay, he's supposed to be a bad dude. He's done all this stuff and all this investigation and all that nonsense. It's like back in the Western days. They used to hire them outlaws. That'd rob their trains to show them how to not rob their trains. So, I think, hey, he's in there. He's done that. He knows what to look for.
Hey, so I got another question for you. How long was that investigation that they did on Matt Gaetz through the DOJ?
I have no idea.
3 years. So they investigated him for 3 years for sex trafficking stuff, and they came back and said there's no evidence of that?
I don't know that they said there's no evidence. They just dropped the investigation.
Why would you drop an investigation?
Yeah, if you had evidence, why would you do that?
That's your conclusion because, I don't know.
Well, maybe because they didn't have no evidence.
They never came out and said why the investigation went nowhere.
Well, do you think they should start an investigation? I mean, whether you like him or don't like him on all the stuff that's been going on and all. I mean, you got the Russian collusion stuff. You got the stuff with Biden.
I think an attorney general should start an investigation. Yes. I don't think Matt Gaetz ought to be the attorney general.
Okay, but why?
Hold on, we got a caller. Who we got, Puddin'?
We got Vito.
Vito! All right, we got Vito with us. What's on your mind?
Hey, not much. How you guys doing today?
So far, so good. What do you think about what we're talking about?
Well, be honest with you, he's probably the only one that I not in agreement with on Trump. Okay. However, like you guys are pointing out to your liberal partner, that
he ain't our partner. Let's get that straight right now. Okay. We're just friends.
Okay. Maybe he should do so, and he's a news guy.
Okay, the news guy. Yeah.
Okay, maybe he should look into it because it was dropped because it was unfounded. Okay, and that's the words they used, unfounded. Okay, and lack of evidence. Okay, those are the words that they used. So he needs, and I'm not a Gaetz guy at all. Okay, or that Marjorie Greene.
Oh, you don't like Marjorie Taylor Greene?
No, I don't.
Oh, man.
Okay, but, we can't agree on everything.
Yeah.
And everybody's done things. And, we shouldn't throw rocks when we all live in glass homes. Okay?
I don't mind doing it.
I mean, realistically, Biden is too incompetent to stand trial, but he's competent enough to be our president.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
I'm with you.
For some reason.
Yeah.
Okay? And things like that. I mean, you're not talking anything different that the Bidens didn't do. Look at Hunter, okay?
Yeah.
And I just don't, I'm not crazy about it. It gets through. I believe that Trump is smart enough to know that, and I think he's throwing it out there like a cookie.
Let me ask you this question. Now, hold on a second. Let me ask this question. Okay, you don't like Matt Gaetz. And
what's that?
You don't like Matt Gaetz. You don't like
right.
Okay, and the reason you don't like Matt Gaetz is because of the information that you have got from media, which we just said that they did a 3-year investigation and never come back with anything.
Right.
But it was enough time to slander him and enough time to make him.
Right, and it was enough to slander him. And I'm a firm believer, being a ex-law enforcement officer for many, many, many years.
Right.
Okay, and worked in many, many Simons and divisions. Okay, I know that it's just the same thing with criminals. You know something happened. You got proof that something did happen, but you just don't have enough.
Right.
So the accusations on this, I believe, are some of them are true, not all of them.
Right.
Okay, and I don't know. That's where I go. It's just like the illegals. I read stuff with this illegal and this and that and I just laugh. I don't do Facebook. My wife does it, and people are putting stuff on this Facebook as far as the illegals and legals and all of this, and I'm like, there's a difference between legal asylum and illegal asylum, and they're putting the false narrative out there because Trump and Holman are not going to go after, at least at first, they're not going to go after the legal asylum people at all. They're going to go after the illegal asylums and the criminal elements, and they're going to attempt to remove them. And if people that are living in the home or family members and illegal, they need to go with them.
What do you think
Okay.
about this? Okay, and Pat, you're there too while he's on here with us. The Lincoln Riley guy that killed her has been found guilty on all counts, and he got life in prison.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Georgia has the death penalty, okay?
Right.
And you wouldn't know how I want to carry it out, because I think,
I think he should have got the
Georgia,
death penalty.
Georgia taxpayers should not be flipping the bill to house this guy for the rest of his life.
What do you think,
Okay?
Pat?
That's the fault of the district attorney in Athens, where he was tried. She's a liberal, and she doesn't do nobody gets the death penalty in Athens, Clark County.
Oh, I know, and that's what's sad.
That's the deal.
That's-
Vito, I got two questions for you.
yeah.
You said that you shouldn't throw rocks at people because everybody's got
Glass house.
problems in their background, and then you took off after Hunter Biden and President Biden and Gates. So isn't that kind of contradiction?
No, it's not.
No, it's not at all.
I've accepted that they're not going to prosecute. I've accepted that, but I can still have a personal belief that something went wrong.
I
Okay.
understand. I get what you're
So
saying.
I do too.
I get what
What's
you're
the
saying,
difference?
Vito.
What's the difference between that and throwing rocks?
There's a big difference. I'm not actively going out there and trying to prosecute people. I'm not actively going out there and saying this one's wrong. I'm just giving you comparisons. Why is it good for one and not the other? That's all I'm saying. And I think that's what people need to look at. Just like anything, we need to, I've been to court, I don't know how many times, hundreds of times in my career.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, certain people got off and certain people didn't. Do I carry a grudge for the people that got off? No. Do I not trust them? Yes.
There you go.
Okay, there's a difference. Pat. There's
Okay,
a
that
real
makes
difference.
sense.
Okay, Pat, I'd like to say something. We're talking to Vito, and
Yeah, I know.
So
I
let's
know,
just say I'd like to keep you around a little bit longer, so let's not upset him, please.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, you guys. I
Thank
just wanted
you,
to
Vito.
express that
Hey,
stuff.
Vito, what do you think about bringing back waterboarding? Can we do that, waterboarding, to get some of the truth out of these people?
Let me tell you, you'll never see it again. I went through it. I experienced it.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
In training. Okay.
yeah,
So,
training. Yeah, in training. Okay, I got you. What's that?
Okay.
Costa Nosa? Costa, what's that word?
well, they have their own training system.
Yeah, Costa. Yeah. All right, Vito, we appreciate you, brother.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
What is that? How does that say? Costa Nostra or Well, Puddin said it. What'd you say?
La Cosa Nostra.
That ain't even right.
That's
that ain't
it.
right. You're such an idiot. Packy was
The thing that I think's hilarious, though, is that you have somebody like Gates, and they have been after him. And to be clear, that investigation didn't start under Merrick Garland. That started under Barr, with the whole sex trafficking thing. But still, they did cite that there was no evidence and that the credibility of the witnesses, there was no credibility whatsoever. But I think it's funny that somebody like that, he's putting in charge of the DOJ, and then somebody like Tulsi Gabbard, who was labeled on the terrorist watch list by the TSA, it will be in charge of the director of national intelligence.
That is hilarious.
I think that the irony with some of these picks is too good.
Yeah.
What do you think, Pat?
Yeah, what you think that's good for the country?
Absolutely. I think
Yeah.
that somebody who has been targeted would know
What to look for?
what to look for. I really do.
So all these people are innocent.
Do you
They're the
think
good guys.
do you think
Okay.
Tulsi Gabbard should be on the terrorist watch list, Pat?
I agree with Vito. I think what they really said was we don't have enough evidence to prosecute. They didn't say he didn't do it. They just said we don't have enough evidence.
But
to
do you think Tulsi Gabbard should have been on the
Terrorist watch list. Do
Yeah.
you think that?
Oh, she's on my list of people that shouldn't have been nominated.
I mean, maybe you're right, but I would
Well-
agree with you for maybe different reasons. But
I mean, if you've been targeted and then you know how they do it and you go in there and you become the boss and you know what to look for, I think that's cool. Hey, let's give something away. We're at that time. We got to give something away.
hey, let's give away some Logan Turnpike Mill because they are bringing you the community calendar
I
today.
love that place,
It's
no doubt. So
one of the best places in
we
the
need to take a
world.
break.
We do.
All righty, we're back with you, Logan Turnpike Mill. We appreciate them. We fixed to give away some goodies. What we got, Pat? You got to ask a question, and y'all answer it at 706-379-9770.
Okay, we've been talking a lot about the national debt, so the question is really easy. What country holds the most U.S. debt?
What country holds the most U.S. debt?
Yep.
I know that. 706-379-9770. Hey, don't forget, good morning meeting, GOP meeting tonight at 5:30 at the Senior Building. Program honoring Cecil Dye. He has decided to retire after 40 years of service. So they're asking y'all to come out and share your story up there. And talk about national debt exclusive. I got a little bit of figures here. I like to throw this out while we're waiting for the phone to ring. Who holds the most U.S. debt? Am I saying that right?
That's correct.
I got a thing that says $120,000 going to study why prisoners want to get out of jail. They spent $120,000 to study why prisoners want to get out of jail. That's something I could have answered for $1.
That's the same people that studied why do dogs shake themselves when they're wet.
$1.5 million to encourage New Yorkers to play more video games. $1.5 million to encourage New Yorkers to play more video games. $100,000 to find out if sunfish are more aggressive when you give them gin or tequila. This is true. $700,000 to find
target-rich environment for Elon and Vivek.
$700,000 to find out if the actual Neil Armstrong quote when he got off the when he's at that movie place when they filmed him and he says one giant step for man or one giant step for mankind, or what did he actually say? And they spent $700,000 and never determined what it was. Oh, well. Who we got, Puddin'?
We got Chris Lee.
Hey, Chris Lee. That's better than Chris Grant. What's going on?
Hey, not much, man. Just trying to answer your question this morning.
Who holds the most U.S. debt?
I'm going to say China.
Nope.
Oh, that would have been my guess. China.
No.
Really?
China's in second place.
So who holds?
I know this one, actually.
Do you really?
I do
Give
know
her a
this
hint, because she's a Lee and not a Grant.
Okay.
We fought them.
Okay, that ought to narrow it down.
We fought. Yeah, there you go. We fought them in. Let's make it easy. We fought them in World War II. I think I'm right, Pat?
Yep.
Okay.
Give us.
Let me think. We fought them in World War II.
Who started World War II?
Who dragged us into it?
Who started it? Is it Japan?
You are correct. It was Japan. It is Japan.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, Pat, that you would bring that up, because the amount of money that we gave them to rebuild after World War II.
Which actually where the tariffs started coming from, right?
If you put the interest on that, I guess we could probably just cancel out that debt, couldn't we?
I think so.
I think so,
We
yeah.
could very easily.
Ain't that where tariffs actually started?
No, our country was originally, or our
Tariffs started back with the Boston Tea Party.
yeah.
Are you sure?
Our country was originally, our government was originally funded through tariffs.
I know that, but then they did away
Tariffs
with them.
are what made us an independent country, for God's sake.
I mean, then you're against them. How come you're against them?
Because we were against them at the time. That's why we became the United States and broke away from Britain, for God's sake.
Tell that gal how she can get her stuff after.
We are going to send your name, Chris Lee, over to Logan Turnpike Mill, and you go on a shopping spree there with $15. You got it?
Oh,
What are you
cool,
doing
guys.
today anyway? Are you working today or what are you doing?
No, I'm retired. I'm just listening to you guys. I'm
Oh.
probably going to go to the gym later.
Yeah, I go to the gym. Golly, that's a good place to hang out. All right. We sure do appreciate you calling in.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Chris.
Bye.
I was thinking the tariffs had something to do with the war, though. I thought they did something to try to rebuild Japan or something like that. But I don't know. Who y'all got on tomorrow, Pat?
Drew Ramsey from Public Health.
Public Health. Reckon that'll be canceled. Reckon his job be canceled. Is that some of the stuff
I
canceled?
reckon it's probably somebody you won't like.
Oh, I won't like him. Where's he from?
Yeah, probably.
Where's he from?
I don't know. It's Harry's guest.
Oh, is it Harry's guest?
Well, he's from North Carolina. I assume he's from public health in either Clay or Cherokee County.
So what does public health do anyway?
They take care of the public's health, I think.
I pulled this
would
up.
be my guess. I may be wrong, but that's my guess.
So I pulled this up about tariffs. You asked me about that. So tariffs were the primary source of revenue,
right,
through the Tariff Act of 1789.
Right.
And then that was pretty much the way that the government was funded until the introduction of income taxes. And then the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act of 1930, and this was put in place during the Great Depression and they raised the tariffs way up really high to protect American workers and industry.
Mm-hmm.
So I just thought that was interesting. So then that's what they did during the Great Depression to protect the U.S. workers and the U.S. companies.
Is that kind of what we're doing now?
I think that's kind of what we're doing right now. Right?
Yeah, I'm just.
Isn't that called protectionism?
Protectionism?
Yeah, some people would call that a bad thing, but
didn't that prove to be untenable?
Yeah, but so does income taxes and so does corporate taxes.
Yeah, I'm good.
Because you're either
You should be happy because Trump's trying to let y'all old folks not pay taxes no more. I just think that's wrong. I think y'all ought to have to pay the taxes because y'all ain't got nothing. You don't owe for nothing. You got your house paid for and all that, so you could really afford to pay taxes. And all us young punks down here trying to make a living.
I'm not expecting a tax cut from Trump. I don't know how you're saying that he's helping the old folks.
That's what he said.
Well, he's said multiple times that he would like to eliminate the tax on Social Security.
Yeah.
So, we'll see what he does to see if that actually happens.
He said he would like to. Yeah, you're right. That's a campaign promise.
Well, he said like to, not going to. But, I mean, there's a possibility. Yeah. I think y'all would have to pay all the taxes myself, though. I mean, it'd be easier on us. Would you not think? It's like you don't want to pay school tax, do you?
I think that's the dumbest idea ever.
You don't want to pay school tax?
I think any old person who thinks that they are exempt from school tax ought to rethink that one. I mean, somebody paid for their education, their kids to go, and for them to go way back when. Why would they be exempt?
Well, let me ask you this question. I didn't really get a really good education, so should I get like a discount on my taxes or something? Because, I mean, I would like
you should pay double for wasting the teacher's time.
No, I think I wasn't a straight. I think straight A students, and all them that gets the beta, they ought to, what's it called, the ones that get the ropes around their neck when they graduate, they ought to have to pay more taxes than me because I got like just an average education. I skimmed along right there. I think it was back when we was going to school, you didn't have to make but 60 to pass. I just skimmed along there at 60, so I already have to pay 60% of my school tax. That makes sense. What do you think, Pat?
You don't think Trump?
That's a good idea.
I mean, I know that would require the Congress, but you don't think that Trump will try to eliminate the tax on Social Security like he said he would?
No.
You don't think he'll try?
No. He may make motions that look like he's trying, but he knows that the Congress is not going to go along with it, so it doesn't really. It's not really up to him, and they can't afford to lose that much tax revenue. Just to add, on top of the $37 billion we owe already.
Oh, we ain't gonna need all that money now because we're fixing to get rid of about 95% of the government. So yeah, we should be fine now.
Campaign promises.
Yeah, just wait and see. Elon Musk ain't no campaign promise. He ain't even a politician.
Remember, we're gonna lose all those highly qualified people working from home.
Yeah, dadgummit. Folks, we're supposed to have Andrew Clyde on tomorrow. Hopefully, he'll be calling in. Maybe he get him a position up there in Washington, D.C., and we can get us a job.
I'll take his